Hello everyone, we are for Group 10. Here we are is Naftalail Faris, Tia Amnis, and Nias Jagula. So in this videos, we're gonna show you and explain to you about the SPSS. As you know, SPSS is a statistical package for the social science, or now IBM SPSS Statistics. It's a computer program for statistical analysis used for processing, manipulating, and visualizing data. These applications support various types of statistical analysis, both parametric and non-parametric, and these widely used to the social science, education, healthcare, business, and other research fields. So, the functions of the SPSS is there is three. The first, to describe data using measure like mean and standard deviations. Second, to test hypotheses and examine relationship using tests such as t-test, ANOVA, and regressions. And the third, to evaluate the validity, the reliability of the research instrument while presenting results in the clear tables and graphs.
Okay, after we are entered the IBM SPSS application, we can continue to import the data. But because our group has experiencing an error during the importing the data, so we are manually import the data from the Excel. Okay, and then after we are blocking all of the Excel, we can copy and then paste to the SPSS application. Don't forget to remember the variable names, because the variables seems to be an numbers, but we can change into the real name with this one, and then alright. Okay, the first variable is age, then we change the second variable into tinggi in Indonesia, or in English is height. Okay, and then weight. TB square, and then EMT or BME. Okay, we can just write down the BME. Then the next variable is blood pressure. Oh, sorry, forget, because the SPASI cannot detect on the SPSS. Next variable is what is it? The pulse. Then cholesterol. blood glucose, blood sugar, blood sugar. Then gender, uric acid, okay, uric acid. Then the last one is gender. Okay. Next, we change the decimal from 2 to the 0 to 0. Okay, we change the measure into scale because all of the not all, the variable has a number, so we change it to scale. But we remind this the string or the data with the word to the type of string and the measure of nominal. Okay. Next step, I forget to change the decimal, and then I go to label. I just copy from the names that the last time we changed. Okay. After that, we go to, I forget to change this decimal. And go to the data view. Okay, we can see here that we go to the transform, we record into the same variable, the different, and we go to gender, we change the name, like gender cat _cat, and we add the value from the data. I suggest you to just copy, because it's maybe can produce error. Okay, we continue, then okay. We go to the data view. Okay, we click the blood pressure and we compute the data. We change the target variable into diastolic, and number expression is number, and then soup stir, and then we add the blood pressure, index. We add again blood pressure. And we add F1.8.0. Okay, there's one. Alright, we can see here that we can interpret that a man with NICU test have result. There was no statistically significant difference between the two groups. We can see the result 104H.000, and the Z result is -1.385, and the P value is 0.172, and this is the result.
Okay, so for the result of the interpretation, on average, female respondent did indeed have higher diastolic blood pressure, 81.17, than male respondent, 78.83. However, the result of the man-wide NICU test show a p-value of 0.172. Since this value is greater than 0.05, the conclusion is that there is no statistically significant difference between the diastolic blood pressure of men and women. The numerical difference observed in the graph are merely natural variation and not scientifically significant difference. So from our group discussion, based on the result of the data analyzed, the mean diastolic blood pressure among female respondents, 81.70, does appear to be higher than that of male respondent, 78.83. However, since the data are not normally distributed as evidenced by the Shapiro-Wilk test, p less than 0.05, we use the man-wide NICU test to draw conclusion. The result of this test show a p-value of 0.172. Since this value is greater than 0.05, it can be concluded that there is no statistically significant difference in diastolic blood pressure between male and female respondent. In other words, the difference in numbers shown in the graph is merely random variation and is not caused by gender.